that, y'all.
This team holds a lot of power over me. It's unhealthy. I think it's unhealthy. I've always joked about, never wanting to turn into what Steve Dangle has turned into, but I can see now the path to insanity. Montreal Canadiens played the Tampa Bay Lightning tonight, and it was it was a special game. Lots of good things. This was a good game in the end. It was good for the Canadiens. I don't know why I'm still feeling a little bit hot under the collar. It's because they frustrate me. They make me mad. Okay, enough preamble. Let's talk about it.
Whiskey.
So going into this game, the Canadiens are still fully in the mix. At the top of the Atlantic Division, a win tonight could mean that they tie Detroit for first place. I mean, I can't see Detroit winning tonight. I just don't feel it for them. They're a little bit of a scam team, aren't they? Oh, they did win tonight. Well, good for Detroit. Good for Detroit. Anyway, still a big game. They need to hang in there and they need these wins. Tampa Bay is still an active Stanley Cup competing team. I don't know if I guess you could say that. They're a powerful team in the East. I certainly consider them a more powerful team than the Flyers or the Islanders, and would probably give Carolina a pretty good run for their money too. But the Canadiens are going into this game with a little bit of leverage. Tampa Bay is on a back-to-back. They played a blistering game last night against the Florida Panthers. It was the Battle of Florida last night. So you know how wacky those games can be. And they're missing a bunch of their core defensemen. So I think this one is winnable. Before we get into the recap, I want to thank you all for your support. Channel's been doing awesome. Thank you so much for your comments. Been seeing so many positive, great comments down yonder and over on Discord. If you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing and check out the Discord channel. I'll link the channel link in the description of the video. If you're already all of that, hit the like button. Helps me out with search results, I think. Let's try to get 87,000 likes. See, that one seems ambitious. Alors, il faut commencer avec la formation de départ. Let's talk about the starting lineup before we jump in here. Nos attaquants, our forwards, we have Caulfield, Suzuki, Bolduc, Slafkovský, Kapanen, Demidov, Texier, Deneau, Anderson, Blais, Veleno, Gallagher. Nos défenseurs, our defensemen, Matheson, Dobson, Hudson, Carrier, Struble, Xhekaj. Nos gardiens, our goalies, Fowler is starting in net, Montembeault backing him up. Not going to waste any more time talking about that Montembeault drama. He's back with the team, so for now it's status quo. He'll probably draw in, and they'll go from there. When I was talking about pluses to this game where Montreal has some sort of leverage, some may consider Johansson in net instead of Vasilevsky being something good that the Canadiens potentially would have leverage on. The backup goaltender drawing in, but it's incredible. It's probably easily measurable. The amount of times Montreal manages to make the backup goaltender look like prime Dominic Hasek. And for a certain portion of this game, yeah, that's what they did. So let's drop the puck on this one. Right away, Montreal is coming out strong. They're keeping it in the attacking zone and they're finding little opportunities here and there. They look like they came to play. Now, most of these opportunities are coming from Slafkovský and his line. I'm saying that it's his line because a lot of analysts have made the observation that he is the one that is driving the play into the zone. He is the one setting it up and usually handing it off. So much so that individuals have suggested maybe Slafkovský could change roles into a centering role. I like it. I just don't see him in the face-off dot succeeding without a lot of work. And I mean, it could happen. But now Josh Anderson is making a drive towards the net and he draws a penalty. He's very useful when he does this. I wish he would do it more often, but great work here by Anderson. Love seeing this. Now on the power play, Montreal is applying pressure and sustaining zone time. This looks good. This looks really good. I am hopeful at this point. Kapanen fans on a one-timer. I feel like if he had this, they would have cracked the first goal, but the Canadiens end the power play still tied at nothing. So Tampa Bay lives another day after that power play. But it looks like they're going to throw the puck over the boards. Delay of game penalty. Montreal is heading back onto the power play. Now on the power play, Caulfield can't finish it here, but the Montreal Canadiens continue to look very dangerous. Just before the end of the first period, Sabourin, he's insisting with Arber Xhekaj to join him in a friendly little exchange of fists. Xhekaj accepts, and I think I can show you this entire fight.
And he starts with a couple of lefts to Sabourin.
Sabourin got knocked out. He was knocked unconscious. He leaves the game. He would not come back. He played a whopping 2 minutes and 20 seconds tonight. What I like most about this is Arber Xhekaj, when he realizes he connects, he stops right away and he calls towards the bench for some help. He's made mistakes before as a fighter, like there's a code. And these fighters in the NHL realize that having fighting in a professional sport, that's tough. I can imagine what that's like brokering a deal between the insurance people for the NHL. When you say, yeah, there's points in the game where two willing combatants might just drop their gloves and start smashing their fists against each other's faces. But I think that Arber Xhekaj is one of the good ones in terms of following the rules and being very respectful of his opponents. Great first period for Montreal. You feel like it's only a matter of time before they go ahead. Tampa simply survived this period, and it hopefully will be easy for Montreal to pick up that play in the second. Second period starts, and Montreal is picking up where they left off. They continue to look dominant in the zone. They're looking very dangerous. You're feeling like a goal is right around the corner.
Here's a chance for Danita. That shot broke a stick. Second time it's happened in this game. And a breakaway. And it's Kucherov scoring.
That's not really what I had in mind. Nikita Kucherov makes it 1-0. I did not think Tampa would be the one scoring here, but Demidov explodes his stick against the ice. Goncalves finds the puck and sends it to Kucherov, who is already waiting by the blue line, and none of the Canadiens were really getting concerned about that, apparently. Kucherov is off, and he beats Fowler clean. That's okay. Just got to reset, obviously. A very lucky set of circumstances for the Lightning to score there. Just keep on doing what you've been doing, and then you'll get rewarded.
That hit the linesman. Good break for Tampa. Braden Point, centering pass, and Fowler may have got a piece. Here's a chance they score.
Kucherov makes it 2-0 now. Another lucky break for Tampa. Slafkovský is dumping the puck into the offensive zone, but it catches a linesman, and the puck goes the other way. Tampa, who could have been in trouble if the puck would have entered the offensive zone here, were lagging behind the play a little bit, so they turn around really quick, set up in the Canadian zone, and before the Canadiens can catch up with them and figure out what needs to be done, they capitalize. 2-0 for the Tampa Bay Lightning. But after they score, Kucherov takes a penalty. Montreal is getting another opportunity on the power play, and you feel like they're probably pretty incensed at this point. 2 bogus goals. They're going to find something that works on the power play and bring it within 1. But no, this power play doesn't work either. They're 0 for 3. And folks, Demidov is up on the first line power play. It's still not working. I can't believe it. Still, I'm sure that the Canadiens will be able to figure out how to get the next one. They just need to keep piling on, getting in the offensive zone, continuing ozone time.
They're being gifted a lot of things that they haven't earned and taking advantage.
That shot rebound, they score!
Paul makes it 3-0. Carrier here catches an edge at center ice. This allows Kucherov to transition the puck. He finds Hagel, who finds Paul, who is lazily, I kind of want to point this out. He's lazily being watched here by Danault. I feel like Danault could have definitely got in front of Paul a little better here. So that's going to be it for the second period. The very typical second period for the Montreal Canadiens, who I believe are something like the 30th in the league for goal disparity in the second period. Montreal is still leading in shots. They looked in control quite a bit during the second period, although, Tampa Bay definitely made a comeback here, obviously. Why are they always like this? Why do they make it difficult on themselves like this? This is where the frustration stems from. They can sometimes come out, guns a-blazing. First period, good, decent. They find ways to capitalize. Maybe they go up by 2 goals. Second period, it's like they collapse. The whole house of cards falls down. I should be used to this at this point, but at this point, I start to draft a post for the channel saying that I'm too wiped out from this weekend to do a recap of this ugly game. I tried to do a lot with the kids this weekend, but it was an exhausting one, man. And I still got that Team Canada video out last night. That kind of wrecked me. I kind of wish I hadn't done that, but it is what it is. All right, we're looking for a good third period. What could be a good way to start things off?
Side of the post.
Slafkovský driving, centering pass. They score!
Ivan Demidov makes it 3-1. Pulls it back within 2 at least. But what I love so much on this play is what Slafkovský does. He gets the puck in deep and he doesn't quit. Slafkovský sees the window with the puck closing. He drops it. He loses the puck here. But he does whatever he can to get that puck to Demidov. And sure enough, it gets to him. And Demidov finally solves Johansson. Slafkovský lost the puck behind him. He swats at this puck with his stick, catches it, nasty backhand pass to Demidov. They are within 2. They head over to the bench. They're celebrating. And then this happens.
Demidov, of course, the career just getting started. Canadiens hope they're just getting started now too, but they score.
This is a goal that I wish wouldn't have happened. Obviously, it would have changed the outcome of the game. But as the Canadiens are celebrating that Demidov goal, Tampa responds immediately. And a lot had to happen for this to go in, but Carrier was doing his job, but not as well as he could have, or maybe just a little bit too late. And then Fowler did get into the right place. He recognized that there was a tip, but he didn't position himself perfectly to stop this shot. 4-1, back to 3 goals ahead. I wanted to highlight this little part too. I thought this was pretty cheeky. Yanni Gourde trips Suzuki here, but it's so sneaky. Usually I rage about these missed calls, but this one is so slick. I kind of respect it. It reminds me of that saying that's often used in hockey, especially with teams from Florida. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. And Gourde looks like a really good cheater. A lot can happen in a period. We witnessed it in the second period. A lot can happen in the period, and you're hoping that Montreal can find their way back somehow. I mean, they've done it before. They just did it when Caulfield was shooting way better and Suzuki looked more like himself. But Slafkovsky's been an absolute beast recently. He's already got an apple. What else can he do for us?
Puck into the hands of Demidov.
Now Kapanen, Slafkovský, the trailer right up the middle, shoots, scores!
Juraj Slafkovský makes it 4-2. This is another great never say die type shift. Matheson turns over the puck here. He turns the play around and everyone sees it. Kapanen sees it. Slafkovský sees it. Demidov sees it. They all start heading the other way very quickly. They get it moving the right way. Everyone on this line are lights out brilliant. I love that Kapanen just jumps on this, picks it up, gets into the zone, turns it over to the trailer, who is Slafkovský, and he shoots. And he should shoot. I love when he shoots. Keep shooting. Demidov, you too. This line is looking so fantastic, obviously. Obviously. Let's look at the stats here. Suzuki, Caulfield, and Lane Hudson are on top of the team with 42, 37, and 36 shots. Closely behind them, Demidov with 32, Slafkovský with 28, Noah Dobson with 25, and then Kapanen with 20. This looks like how a dangerous team should look. They're just missing one forward somewhere. And really, it's whether or not Bolduc can take that seat, and we're still kind of wondering. Anyway, we're still in the middle of recapping this game. Sidebar, Montreal is sowing the Lightning into their zone. Even the Grinders are out there, forcing them to play defensively. And to piggyback on my comments about Bolduc, he is now playing with Danault and Anderson. Texier has moved up to the first line. They're trying to do some things. I don't know if the solution is currently with the team, I'll be honest. And I've seen a lot of people saying, hey, break up Slafkovský and Demidov, put Demidov on the first line. No, that's not it. I really feel like that's not it. I mean, it could be something, I don't know. But it's why break something that's not broken? Anyway, I digress again. Let's move on here. So Montreal is putting on pressure, like I say. But you think with their luck, there's no way that they bring it within one.
Field sends it back to the blue line. Noah Dobson, shot, score!
They do bring it within one. And speaking of Texier, moving him up to line 1, notre ami Texier sur cette play? What's play in French? Anyway, on this play, Texier turns the puck over, getting it to Matheson, who gets it to Caulfield, who then gets it to Dobson for the goal. He got that third assist, the assist that doesn't count. And Montreal just continues to batter their opponents here. They're looking like the stronger team, but like I said, they make it hard on themselves. If they would have just played this way earlier, it's truly frustrating. So Montreal continues to push Tampa. Tampa is having to force clears and icing the puck just to get some air in their lungs. We see Noah Dobson now in the slot, but Johansson makes the save. Now Matheson on a broken stick gets the puck in front and a mad scramble ensues. Gallagher's in there doing Gallagher things, just whacking it in front. That's not the phrasing that I wanted to use. But time is running down now and they still haven't gotten that tying goal. St. Louis elects to pull Fowler, but they don't take a timeout. I think that proves to be the right decision because they take one shortly after. There's like 30 seconds or less left. People are leaving the building so they can beat the traffic. Montreal has a chance. Tampa ices the puck and there's going to be a big face-off. St. Louis calls for the timeout, rests his best guys, and just watch this.
Lane Hudson, shot blocked. Demidov sets it up. Slafkovský scores! Juraj Slafkovský ties the game.
Slafkovský, Demidov, Hudson, these are beautiful people. Juraj Slafkovský ties the game with 3.8 seconds left. Is that right? 3.8 seconds? Amazing. And this isn't the first time. This is such a team that will play through adversity. I love it. And Slafkovský, he just keeps playing this way. We've seen him in the past show like that glimmer. Even in his rookie season, you could see that there was a lot of skill there, but it would only come out for short periods of time. We talked about second half Slav a lot, and yeah, he looked better warming up later in seasons past, but he's been shining bright now for like over a month, right? It's been a good season for him. He just wasn't getting the rewards at the start of the season, getting a lot of those Texier third assists, but it really feels like Juraj Slafkovský knows what he needs to do to be an effective player on this team, and now he is the player that this team needs. We're headed to overtime. I love overtime. I hate the shootout. Can we please beat the Tampa Bay Lightning in overtime? Danault is out there taking the face off in OT. The new Dvorak role has been handed to Danault. How's his face-off percentage been? He's gotten 2 games in with us and I think he's dropped a little bit. He's at 54.5%, which is still a great face-off percentage. Anyway, he takes the face-off, he wins the face-off, he leaves the ice and allows Caulfield to jump on. Lots of little opportunities. I'm going to highlight like 3 here. First one is for Montreal. Slafkovský finds Matheson. Matheson with amazing moves, but Johansson has the presence of mind to poke check Matheson and it derails this completely. Now Kucherov gets sent the other way, but Fowler does not allow him to go 5-hole again. Great save here by Fowler. Montreal did dominate the overtime, but it was a lot of cautious behavior. They only got 2 additional shots in overtime, whereas the Lightning had 1. But he felt like it was just there. He felt like they could score at any time. However, they can't solve it in OT. They're going to the shootout, and you know Montreal's history with the shootout. It's shaky. So you're really hoping that Fowler can come up big here and prove himself in his first NHL shootout. Doesn't start off good. Goncalves scores. They've selected Demidov to take the first shot in shootout. That's progress, but he doesn't find the shot at the last moment. The puck drifts off his stick. No goal. Braden Point's turn. He scores on Fowler. Yeah, you wish that Fowler could have found the solution to a couple of these. It's all up to Cole Caulfield. Caulfield has a great record in shootouts. Can he keep this alive? No. Johansson stops him. The Lightning win. I would not feel proud of this game if I were a Lightning player. And for Montreal to come back after being down by 3 twice, I think that shows a lot of resilience, and I think this is a good game for them to have gotten 1 point out of. However, that does mean that they are 3rd place in the Atlantic with 46 points. The next closest team are the Panthers with 42. You know, Tampa Bay is the only team with a goal differential of plus 25. Montreal has -2. The Red Wings have -4. Oh, actually, you know what? Panthers have +1 and the Senators have +4. There's still a lot of season to play, man. We're not even halfway there. I feel like things are going to change a lot, but what I feel has cemented itself a little bit for the Canadiens is Juraj Slafkovský's play. That second line being the actual first line, which makes me wonder if Suzuki and Caulfield can find the magic again, because it hasn't looked good 5-on-5. I'm not going to blame it all on Bolduc, He does need to find where he fits in the lineup. You wish it was on the first line, but I don't know. Is Texier really going to be the guy until, someone gets back? It's just it's a weird point in the season, and you are waiting for those reinforcements to come back. We missed Newhook so much. We missed Doc. We missed Gooley. We missed Line. And now we miss Evans. By the way, I should have mentioned this. Evans going to be out for 3 to 4 weeks, but I think that's 3 to 4 weeks from the initial injury. So he'll be back sometime in January, I hope. That's a big deal too, because I think what they were hoping is that with Evans and Deneau both playing, that would alleviate some of the PK time off of Suzuki, hoping that Suzuki can find his way back into being a productive 5-on-5 player. There's another part of me that says Caulfield and Suzuki might just be kind of discouraged. Maybe a combination of, how they've been producing 5-on-5 recently, but are they getting those phone calls from Team USA, Team Canada? Are they getting the Olympic phone calls? And if they are, when did they get them? And what was the result? What was the message? Personally, I will be somewhat relieved if neither go to the Olympics, but I will also be very frustrated for Suzuki, who I know takes this extremely seriously. He's made comments in the past that were they were targeted comments. They were, comments saying that it affected him, that it hurt him, that he didn't respect it. And yeah, so we'll see, I guess. That's going to do it for me though, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. What a game. Exciting game. Didn't like the frustrating bits, but I love the comeback. How are you guys doing? Let me know in the comments. How was your holidays? I love hearing from you guys. Check out the Discord. There's always some sort of conversation going on in there. And yeah, take care of yourselves. You guys know what to do. Hit the like button. Helps me out with search results or something like that. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I'd love to have you. And as always, I will see you down in the comments.
Bonsoir.